Okay, in the last one. So we create one view. So the view name is called as v1, right? Now, and the next example you observe guys here, the second example. What is the second example here? So create a view to access employee number, employee name, and salary from EMP table. Okay. So now here observe in this EMP table, there are so many columns we have it here actually. But in that so many columns, we are going to be accessing only three columns only we need to access. That means the remaining columns are we are going to be hiding. So in the situation, what it was happening right here, we are hiding, okay, or hiding column here. We are hiding columns. Okay, let us see how to create that view. So come to your database and let you call your table first of all. So my table is EMP. So there are so many columns out there like number, name, job, MGR, hire date, salary, commission, and department number. Okay, now, so these are so many columns we have it here. So in these so many columns, so which one we want to access here, which columns we want to access means we can access employee number and employee name and later salary. So the three columns only we are going to be accessing here. Okay, let me see how to create it now. Create view, the view number 2 as selector. So if I'm using star means what now? All columns are going to be accessed. That means enter the table. So we don't want to access here. Okay, all columns here. So we want to required columns which you want it. EMP number, e name, and tag, and from EMP table. So here in my select query statement, in my select query statement, whatever the columns you mentioned, table. Okay, and that will be created successfully. Okay, it was created successfully. All guys. So those okay. So out of so what happened in my database? So we created, and after created your okay view and which columns we want to mention in my selected statement, those columns data only we are going to be getting. Okay, now fine. So after accessing that particular column data, it means what guys here, the remaining columns, whatever it was there, like a job column, like MDR column, like hire date, like commission, like department number. So these all columns are going to be called as a hiding here. These all columns going to be hided here. Okay, now so we hided that all columns. Okay, we hided that all columns here. Okay, and after accessing your required columns from your table, from your base table, okay, let me see. Suppose I need to insert now. Suppose I'm going to insert into view number 2 and sending values. And your very important thing is what now? The view through how many columns are you accessing here. So those and that many columns data only I can insert. If it is more than that column, if you try to insert it, then it was showing what now? Error. For example, here we are accessing, okay, how many columns we are accessing here? 3 columns we are accessing. So 3 columns through or 3 columns data we are accessing through your view. And whenever we are sending a insert query request through my view to my base table. So what is my base table here? EMP. So what it was happening, you can see. For example, I'm passing double 1 and double 2. Some name I'm passing like Sai, and some amount of salary here 4500. Okay, and additionally, suppose one extra value we are passing like a 10 or something. We are passing 10. And what it was happening, guys, here you can see. Your view will be accessible and we will be showing here 3 columns. But are you sending here 4 values? Are you sending? So whenever you want to send it here, it was showing error. So what it was saying here, too many values, too many values. In the same pattern, when I'm going to inserting, okay, my view is showing 3 values. Now I'm sending two. I'm sending two. Then what happened? Here it is also error. It what it was saying here, not enough value. So that means what you understand, guys, here, the view through how many columns data we are accessing. Exactly that many columns values we need to insert. So when we are inserting like this, then it will be accepted. So if it is more than that, or if it is less than that, okay, if it is a more than that, or it is a less than that, if you try to insert a data, then it will not accepted here. Okay, either too many values problem, either not enough values problem will be occurred. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Exactly, I'm sending the values. Okay, 4, 5, and 2 executed now. Okay, but that one row is successfully created. Fine. That one row is successfully created, right? Now, after created that, now let me come out and see your base table now. Select start from EMP and let it see base table. So in base table, what it is happening, guys? Can you observe? In the base table, what it was happening, guys, here? Yes. So which is here 1122? The name was taken, and year salary 45,000 was taken. And remaining which values are hiding columns are there. That every hiding column by default, what it was taken? Null values. Okay, the point is understanding now. The remaining columns, whatever it was there in the table, those remaining columns by default, what it was taken, guys, here, null values. Okay, so this is what it was happening. But here, one more thing very important, observe. So when I see that structure of my table, EMP, so except EMP number is having not null, and remaining all columns are by default accepting nulls. Okay, so that's why whatever I left here, job column I left, MGR column I left, hire date we call, okay, we left, commission we left, and department number also we left. So these are all columns. Can you see job, MGR, hire date, commission, department number? These are all are by default accepting nulls. So that's why whenever I'm going to inserting my required columns data, then remaining columns by default, it will take what now? Null values. Okay now. For example, suppose EMP number is having what now? Not null constraint. Okay now. Let you see. Suppose I'm going to inserting here. Whenever I want to insert into view number 2 and sending values of suppose in EMP number I'm passing null and the name is Uin. Okay, and the what we can amount of salary 7,500. So then you can upgrade, guys, here. So now I'm going to sending null. Null in place of what EMP number place, I'm sending null. Okay, and remaining as it is my name and salary was sent it. Now can you expect, guys, here? This data can I insert now? This data can I insert into my base table through a view? Come on, guys. Can we insert or not? Because your EMP number is having not null constraint, right? And now I'm inserting null. So not null constraint already we discussed. Not null constraint will accept null? No, it's not accepting null. Yes or no? Let me see and to execute now. What it was happening, you can see. I entered. When I was entered, what through I inserted data through view. But unfortunately, whatever the column was accessing by the help of view, that column is which type of column? Not null column. So on that column, not null constant was there. So that's what it was happened. Whenever we are inserting, okay, null value, then immediately what it was saying here, you cannot insert null into so and so table, and the column is what now EMP number. So that's why, can you remember in the advantages only, I was given the point. What is the point I was given in the advantages? To check values before insert into base table through a view. That is called a data integrity rules are automatically checked by your view. Because we know the data, whatever we inserted, the data is going to be executed or in, okay, the data, okay, is going to be storing and the query will be executed on your base table. So on base table, whatever the integrity rules we applied, like not null, unique constraint, check constraint, whatever it was there. So those constraints are automatically affected on my view. And at the time of inserting data, those integrity rules are invoked and the data will be verified. If data is satisfied, accepted; not satisfied, not accepted. Okay, na? So that is what it was happened in the second advantage. I said the same thing here also happened when I'm inserting null into my column, but unfortunately EMP number is called as a EMP number is called as which type of column? Not null column. So that's why null is not accepted. Okay, then you're understanding now. Like this, any constant was there that will be not accepted. Finally, EMP. So only double one, double two, Sai and 45. This record is accepted successfully. And later, after whatever it was going to be accepted into your base table, that will be immediately reflected into my view. So now see, it was reflected or not. Double one, double two, Sai 45, 100. Okay, now so it will be reflected into my view. So this is what now hiding of columns along with your view. That means view have a flexibility. So view flexibility is what now you can go to create your view and you can access, okay, a view, any different types of columns from the table as your requirement basis, okay, you can go to access any column or any number of columns from a base table. Okay, now so this is one advantage of the view we called. The specific columns I can access and remaining columns are automatically hiding. Okay, and which columns we are accessing, those columns data only we can insert. Okay, now and remaining columns by default it will take null values. Suppose in those columns, if any one column is having a constant not null, then data is not inserted, not possible to insert. So this kind of integrity rules also verified internally when we are sending the data through view. Okay, now, right. This is one example, guys. In the next example, let me see. In the next example, what it was saying here, observe. Okay, what is next example? So create a view, capital letters here. Create a view to access data from EMP table. Whose salary is 3,000 rupees. Okay, the next example observe. Whose salary is 3,000 rupees. So that means here I'm going to hiding. Okay, we are going to be hide. Okay, what we are going to hide here? Rows. Okay, So here, my requirement is what now? I want to create a view to access the data from EMP table. Okay, who's the salary? Who's the salary is the 3,000 rupees. But unfortunately, guys, here, come to your table. When you come to my table, so let you see if I want to call, select the star from EMP. There are 14, including Sai, there are 15 rows we have it here. How many rows? 15 rows we have it. That means 15 employees information we have it here. But out of 15 employees, okay, some employees' salaries are more than 3,000. Some employees' salaries are less than 3,000, right? So that means, but here my requirement is what now? Exactly the which employee salary is 3,000. The 3,000 employee salary people data I want to access. So that means here what happened? More than 3,000 people data is hiding, and less than 3,000 people data is also hiding, and we are exactly showing or accessing 3,000 people data only, and remaining people data and remaining people details we are going to be hidden. Okay, now let me see on this how I'm going to create it. Create view number 3 as select star, because here I'm using star because I don't want to hide columns. I want to hide a rows. That's why I'm using star. EMP, like we see, condition is required. What is the condition? Where salary is equal to 3,000 rupees. Where salary is equal to what now? 3,000 rupees. Understand my point now? So this is what it was happening, guys. So create view name as select star from EMP where salary is equals to 3,000. Okay, now fine. So now let me see what it was happened. As per, see, my colleague understand now? Select the star from EMP where salary is equals to 3,000. So it means what now? Only 3,000 people data only we are accessing. Only 3,000 people data only we are accessing. And let me see to execute. The view successfully created. And after creating, I want to call my view number 3 and 3. Only 3,000 people data I was accessed. But total in my table, number of rows, how many guys here? 15 employees are there. So 15 employees are there. But I'm just showing or accessing 3,000 people. That means the 3,000 salary, above salary people data we are hiding, and below salary people data also we are hiding. Okay, now? So this is row hiding level. This is row hiding level. Okay, now? Fine. But in the next level, observe. This is row hiding level. How to hide your rows. That's fine. Okay, now? So now, but while you are to inserting time, whenever you want to insert, you can insert the salaries like year observe. So inserting time, that's your wish. Suppose are you inserting? So insert into view number 3, and I'm passing here. Okay. So yes, insert into values. Okay. So now 1123. Some name is, for example, given. And what is the next job? For example, job is HR. And for example, MGR. Okay. So some passing here. It's a null value. So null value hide it, and salary I can pass 1,200, and commission I'm passing null, and department null. So now you see here I'm inserting 1,200. Okay, salary. So you can insert any data, but I'm just giving null values also. Okay, because the remaining columns are accepted null value except EMP number. Okay, some salary I'm inserting. Because here only the salary which the whose employee salary 3,000, the 3,000 salary people data only we were viewing here. But inserting level, there is no restrictions inserting level. So now suppose I'm inserting 1,200. What it was happening, you can see 200 is accepted. There's nothing problem. Let me see an okay. Let me see your table EMP 1,200 is accepted. There's nothing problem. Okay. So the data I'm inserting the next level 1124. Some name is, for example, Nakesh. Okay. So some passing jobs null and MGR null and higher date null and salary. Suppose I'm passing a salary 6,000 rupees. Okay. And commission is null and the department number is null. So yes, 6,000 rupees also accepted. So there is nothing problem. In the next level, suppose 1125. Okay. Some name is, for example, okay, Warner. So now here also I'm passing null equals to salary 3,000 and null and null. So even though the 3,000 salary was accepted, so finally what I'm saying here, we are okay. Insetting level, you can insert either 100 or 6,000 or 3,000, whatever you inserted, that will be successfully accepted. Okay, but viewing level, you can see whenever I want to view. Okay, view number 3, I'm going to X now. Only 3,000 people data only showing. Can you understand here? So inserting level, we are inserting 1,200 inserted successfully in my table, 6,000 inserted, and 3,000 inserted. But inserting level, there is no restrictions. You can insert any kind of data, whatever the salaries you can insert. But retrieval level, retrieving, when I want to see my view, the view is showing only 3,000 people data. But tell me guys here, why not showing here 1,200 and 6,000? Because 1,200 and 6,000 is also, we are inserting through view now. But why it was showing only 3,000 employee, Warner only showing, but not 1,200 and 6,000? Is there any reason here? Why it was showing 3,000 only? Come on guys. What is the reason behind this? So through my view, I'm inserting 1,200. I'm inserting 6,000. Okay, I'm inserting 3,000 through my view. But that all are showing in my table, in my base table without having any restrictions. But when I call to my view, it doesn't show 1,200 information. It doesn't show 6,000 information. It's showing only 3,000 information. What is the reason behind? Yeah, very good. The good guessing. So what is the reason behind, sir? Means yeah, the reason is simple. Are you created view, right? Whatever the view we are created here, this view is created with which conditional basis? Which conditional basis? Yes, where salary is equals to 3,000 conditional basis. So that's why view also showing only 3,000 related, this condition satisfied data only showing. Okay, now this condition satisfied data only showing, but you can insert any kind of data. But you can insert any kind of salary information through a view into base table, and base table is accepting. But whenever we are calling time, whenever we want to call through my view, but in the view, it was showing only the conditional related data only showing. So that's why 1,200 is not showing, 6,000 is not showing. But when we are inserting 3,000, that will be showing in my view. Because of reason, the view is created only condition what 3,000 based we written condition. So that's why the condition related, a condition satisfied data only visible in my view. Okay, now this is the reason behind this. Don't confuse. Okay, fine. But guys, okay, fine. The next level is what now? So I'm going to hiding some rows data only showing by view. Okay, but inserting level, there is no restriction. Inserting level, you can insert any kind of data. Either conditional 3,000 my condition, but 3,000 above data inserted, 3,000 below data inserted, 3,000 equals to data inserted. All are accepted. But suppose you are asking, sir, I want to give a restriction also along with my row hiding I want to give row restriction also. Then how we can give it a restrictions on or row restrictions on your base table through a view. Okay, now in that cases, carefully observe, we have it some options. Those are called as a view options. Those are called a view options. There are two options are there. One is called as a with check option. The first one view option is called, and second one is called as a with read only option. This is the second one. So these are the two options we have it here. These are called as a view options. One is a check option, one is a read only option. So what are those, sir? What are those? Let me see one by one. With the check option statement, generally the statement we are using guys here to restricted rows, okay, on base table to a view. Okay. So whenever you need to restrict rows on your base table through a view, so there we want to use a with check option statement. Okay, na? What is that? Let me see one practical example. What is my example? Create a view to access, access and accept employee details into a base table, whose salary is 3,000 rupees. Understand now? Carefully observe. Create a view to access and accept. Access means, for example, confusion is occurring. I'm doing like accessing means display. To access and accept employee details into a base table whose salary is 3,000 rupees. Here, two cases are there: access and accept, the two operations. Okay, so that means I want to display employee details whose salary 3,000, and I want to accept employee details whose salary 3,000. So your restriction is there, condition is there. Only 3,000 salary employee details only I want to display, and only 3,000 employee salaries only I want to accept. So more than 3,000 people data I don't want to show, and I don't want to accept. Less than 3,000 people data I don't want to show, I don't want to accept. So exactly I have to show 3,000 employees data, and exactly I want to accept 3,000 people data, and exactly I want to display 3,000 people data. Okay, na? So completely 3,000 restriction here. In this case, what it was happen, guys, here, definitely we need to use a with check option statement. So when I'm using check option statement, check option means it's like a check constant. So check constant, how it was working, check the values. Okay, right. Now check option is there, right? So present my table. First, I want to show you my base table. So these are complete total 18 employees data we have. Okay, now, and 18 employees salaries are we have it here. So now what I'm going to do now, create view number 4. Select star from EMP where salary is equal to 3,000. But up to here, when I'm creating view, what it was only 3,000 employees data only we are accessing. Okay, na? But inserting time, what we are identified here, inserting time Inserting time, it was accepting 1200, accepting 6000, accepting 3000. That means any kind of salary is accepted in the previous example, right? But here my requirement is what now? We have salaries data I'm showing. That's 3000 employees salaries information, whatever I'm showing. At the time of accepting level also, 3000 salary employee data only I want to accept. So in that cases, I want to give it what now, guys? Here, definitely I need to give some condition here. So what is our condition? Let me see. My condition is with check option. Be careful, observe. Now this time I'm creating my view object on so and so condition with the check option statement I created. Okay, now with check option statement I created. Let me see. When we created with check option statement, what it was happening, you can see. Okay, fine, guys. Successfully we created view. And now I need to display my data. So select star from view number 4. Yes. So what it was happen, guys, here? So which employee salaries are 3000 rupees? The 3000 employee salaries are successfully be displayed. So that means my one task is completed. What is the task? To view. Okay, so view to access. Okay, who's the salary? 3000. So that was successfully done. Yes or no? 3000 people. How many people are there in my what we can say base table? One person, 3000, one person, two persons, and three persons. So three employees' salaries are 3000 are there. So 3000 I was taken out successfully. Okay, fine. But when I inserting level, carefully observe, inserting level, insert view number 4, sending values. So here I'm passing 1126. Some name is, for example, Suman. Okay, so job null, hide it null. Okay, now, and after hide it, what it was the job MGR null and hide it. Okay, after the salary I'm passing here up. Suppose 2500 I'm passing guys. Null and null. So one new employee data I'm inserting into base table through a view object. Through my view, I'm sending a new employee details into base table. But here, this new employee, whatever I'm sending now, this new employee salary, how much, guys? Here, 2500. But your view condition is what now? Where salary is equals to 3000. And now tell me, guys, here, this data is accepting or not? This new employee data is accepting, guys? What we are expecting here? This new employee is Suman. Data is accepted into my base table. Not accepted. Why it is not accepted, guys? Here, my salary, inserting salary 2500, but your condition is 3000. So 2500 is equals to 3000. Okay, check option will be checking here. Your salary, whatever the condition was given, this condition value will be checking here. Okay, now tell me, your condition is satisfied or not satisfied? Your condition true or false? Come on, guys. Condition true or false? Yes, my condition is false. So condition is false now. Let me see what happened. Yes, it is not allowed. And it was saying that. So view with check option where clause is violation here. It's clearly telling that view with check option where clause condition is violation. That means violated. Firing. So 2,500 Suman salary was not accepted. Let you see your table. Well, whether it is accepted or not, take out. 2,500 Suman is accepted. No. So not accepting here. Okay, now fine. Let me see in the same to same. Let me see in the same to same. Now I'm passing 5,500. I'm passing now. Tell me, 5,500 will accept now? Your condition true or false? Yes, your condition is false. So your condition is false. Again, it was showing error. What is error? View with check option where class is violation. So again, if I want to call it here, select star from EMP. So again, 1126 Suman 5,500 is also not accepted. So that means, tell me guys here, now your rows are restricted on base table. Your row data restricted on base table. Yes or no? Are you restricted or not? Yes, we are restricted. But the same thing, guys, here, suppose if I'm passing 3,000, exactly 3,000 I'm passing. 3,000 null, comma, null. Now tell me, guys, here, can I? Can I accept this? Yes, we can accept. Let you see accepted or not. Yes, one row is accepted. One row is accepted. Let you come out and see your table. Let you come out and see your table. Yes, 1126 Suman. How much salary data is accepted here? 3,000 salary data is accepted. And the same thing when I just call it my view also, view number 4 now. Yes, call. See, 1126 Suman with the 3,000 only accepted. So with the check option statement, advantage is what, sir? Means whatever the condition we are going to be applying or given in my select statement, that condition values will be verified with the check option statement. It will be checking. So you are inserting data, your conditional data is matching or not matching, is true or false. It will be checked. If you are inserting data and your conditional data is true, then accepted into base table, and that will be showing in my view also. If it is not true, that means it is a false, then the data will not accepted and the data will not showing into my base table as well as view table. Okay, now. So this is with check option statement advantage. That's why I'm saying that what? To restricted rows on base table through a view. So whenever you need to restricted your rows on a base statement. Okay, now. So now that was we taken out here, and let me come back and see. So what is the example I was given here? For example, okay, this is our view conditional with check option already testing now successfully. So let me come back and see. Okay. Now, here what I want to say, this is not allowed. This is not allowed. What is say? Allowed. So this is what now the with check option statement. With check option statement. Okay, now fine. Now this is with check option, and next one is what now view option. Second one is the read only. So with the read only statement, when you want to use it, sir, when we want to use means, here observe. Generally, what we said by default, carefully observe. So by default, simple simple views are supporting all DML operations. That's or no? Supporting all DML operations. Okay, that is a default nature of simple view. Okay, but if if we want to, if you want to restrict, okay, but if you want to restrict, but if you want to restrict, if you want to restrict all DML operations, on base table, okay, base table through a view, okay, through a view, can be used with read only, option. Okay, now with read only option. So whenever we are going to be creating a view along with read only statement, then what happened? Whatever the simple view supporting DML operation, that means I can insert, I can update, I can delete, whatever we did. So those insert, update, delete operations, when you want to restrict it, when you want to stop it, when you want to not accept it, okay, at that moment we are using read only statement. Read only statement. Yeah, read only means you're only, okay, here supporting only what now? Select query. Because select query purpose is what now? Supporting only select command. Yes, select command purpose is what now? Retrieval data, reading data, to displaying data. Only reading purpose we are using select query. Only reading purpose we are using what now, guys? Here select query. So that's why it was supporting only select command. But we cannot insert, we cannot update, we cannot delete. So in this level, read only statement people are using. Okay, now simple example I will give it. Create a view to restrict DML operations. DML operations. Okay, on DEPT table. On DEPT table. DML operations on DEPT table. For example, okay, now table selected star from DEPT having some data. So on this table, I'm creating a view. Create view number 5 as select star from. Okay, so DEPT. What I want to use with read only, with the read only statement I'm using. So whenever I'm using with read only statement, then what happened? You can see view successfully created, guys. View successfully created, and as usual, view is going to be accessing here the complete table data. Okay, fine. But when I try to insert, guys, here, let me see what it was happening. View number 5, sending values 50 DBA HYD. I'm sending now. So your insert operation I'm performing through a view object on my base table. Which table? Base table, DEPT table. But unfortunately, this view is created read-only purpose. That means a reading purpose only this view is created. Okay, but not a writing purpose. Writing means insert, update, and delete. So let me see to execute this one, what it was happened. Yes, it was showing error. Virtual columns are not allowed. The same to same when I update. Okay, view number 5. Okay, set. For example, LOC is equals to Pune. Okay, now where DEPT number is equals to 30. So 30 department number, location is what now? Chicago. That I want to change as a Pune. Then what it was happening, you can see this is also not used. For example, you try to delete number 5. Okay, now we can see. So delete from view number 5. So view number 5 where DEPT number is equals to 10. DEPT number is equals to 10. So when I'm using 10 here, so 10 is also not allowed. So you cannot delete. So that means what happened, guys, here, your insert operation, update operation, and delete operations are not allowed. So that means finally what you say, your all DML operations will be restricted, okay, on your base table to my view object. So now here note is what now? What you want to say note. So now we can say we cannot perform DML operations on DEPT table through a view. Okay, through a view. So if you try and testing now, so it is not allowed. We already tested. Okay, now so this is the purpose of with a read only statement. So these are what, guys, here as of now we're going to create your view and working view on single base table operations we discussed. That means these are all our example, the 5 views we created, these 5 examples. Okay, these 5 examples we are going to be created to accessing data from one table or else a single base table we access. So this is called as a simple views we call. Okay, simple views we call. Then what about complex views? Let me see. Second one is called as a complex view. Second one is called as a complex views. So what is complex view? Let me see, guys, here. Observe. When we called as a view is a complex view. Called as a view is a complex view. Okay. Now observe. When we called as a view is a complex view. Okay. First thing. Observe. When we created a view on multiple tables. Second one. When we created a view, okay, along with some aggregative functions, aggregative means grouping functions. Okay, now so along with group by clause, along with having clause, along with distinct keyword. Okay, along with distinct keyword. So these are all observed one by one. Along with joins. Okay, along with set operators, along with subtree. Okay, so these are the things. So when you want to create it, so when we created a view along with the grouping functions, grouping function means already you know sum function, average function, min function, max function. So these are all are called as a grouping functions. So along with the grouping functions and group by class already we discussed, along with the group by, along with the having, along with the distinct keyword, along with the joins, along with the set operators, along with the subqueries. So in these things, if I want to use when I'm creating a view, then those views are called as a complex views we call. Okay, now? So the definition understand now? What is complex view? Or else complex views, when we called as a view is a complex view, means whenever we created a view object, okay, based on multiple base tables, or else when we created a view along with the group by class, or else along with the grouping functions, or else along with the having class, or else along with the set operators, or else along with the joins, or else along with the subqueries, or else along with the distinct keywords. Okay, so in this any one if you use at the time of view creation, then those views are called as a complex views we call. Okay, now? So a view, when it will become complex view means in these things any one if you use. Okay, this is what complex view definition guys here. And these complex views, okay, what is the nature of complex views means? Generally, okay, generally complex views are complex views. Okay, complex views are not supporting DML operations and supporting select, okay, command. Okay, that means read only purpose. That means read only purpose. So it doesn't support it by default. That is the default nature of complex views. So generally complex views are not supporting DML operations and supporting only select command, and that is purpose is what now read only purpose. But simple views are supporting DML operations, but complex views are not allowed. Okay, now right. Let me see one example I'm showing now guys here. Same syntax is not changing here. So here also if you want to syntax here, I just recall my syntax. What is the syntax previously we are using? So create view name as select. Okay, now right. Example. Create a view. Okay, create a view to access data from multiple tables. So by using any one thing, guys, okay, by using suppose set operators. By using set operators. So let me see, I'm going to executing here. And first of all, I want to call it here. I want to call it here the tab, the list of tables I want to see. Yes, some tables are there. EMP, Hyderabad, and two tables we have here. So now I'm creating a view, and view name is v number 6 as now the query is select the star from EMP underscore ID, and here any one operator. Set operator I'm using union operator. Select the star from EMP underscore 9. So now can you see guys here? Now this view I'm going accessing here from multiple tables. Okay, by using of set operator. And let me see what happened. The view successfully created. And let me call it guys here. Select the star from view number 6. And let me see. Yes, two tables data as per union operator. The two tables data will be combined here. Okay. So this is only read only purpose. So now select command is see two tables data we are accessing. But on this two tables of data, suppose if I'm going to insert into v number 6 and sending values, what it was happening, you can see guys here. So now let me see to insert 1026 and some name was for example, okay, Scott, some salary here, okay, for example 63,000. Okay, now then what will happen? Insert operation will not be allowed. So data manipulation operation not legal on this view. So not legal on this view. Understand? Na? Right. So in the same to same, let you go to perform update. View number 6. Set. Suppose salary is equals to 11,000, where EID is equals to 1023. But 1023 person, Alan, 35,000 is there that I want to convert, that I want to change as 11,000. But still, it is also not allowed. So like this, if I want to go delete from, now same V number 6, okay, delete from V number 6 where EID is equal to suppose 1022 I'm passing here. So it is also not allowed. So DML operations insert, update, and delete. These operations are your complex views is not allowed here. Okay, now so only which one is going to be allowed means only the select command is going to be allowed. That is V number 6. Okay, so like this, whatever I said, guys, here these are definitions. So in my documentation, these are all examples of how to using these all. So using examples I was given, just you have to practice once. But any one of this, if you use, then it is called as a complex views. Okay, and complex views are not supporting DML operations. Okay, so this is what one complex view, the read-only purpose we are going to be using, guys. Here, this is one example I'm showing. Remaining example, same as you have to go for practice by seeing of documentation. Okay, now by because already you have ideas. I don't want to explain again. Grouping functions, sum, max, min, that all you have idea. Group by you already have idea. Having idea. Distinct keyword we already know. What is joins? We know. What is set operators? We know. What is subset. So these all topics are we already discussed and covered. Okay, just you have to apply. That's it. And queries how to write also you know. Okay, now the one example I'm showing how to do and remaining all practice. Okay, right. So this is complex views we called as that. So simple and complex. Okay, and along with your simple and complex, one more view is there, but that is not a type here. That is a part of your simple view. That is a part of your simple view. Okay, what is that? Means that view is called as a force view. That view is called as a force view. So what is a force view? What is a force view means? Generally, what it was happening, guys, here, either you created your simple view or complex view, any type of view you create, but those views are created based on or with the help of a base table. Compulsory base table we used here. But force view, what it was telling here, okay, so we are creating, okay, a view, we are creating a view without the base table. Okay, now? So without the base table, whenever we are trying to creating a view, so then the type of views are called as a force view. But the point is what now? Generally views are created based on a base table or with the help of base table compulsory. Okay, you can see my simple view example. You can see complex view example. We are using base table compulsory. Okay, now, but force view means what now? Without the base table, when you forcefully created a view object in your database, then the type of views are called as what now? Force views. Okay, and these force views, okay, what it was happening, guys, here, observe. Okay, first I will show you practical. I will explain here because it's easy to understand. Because if I'm explaining like this, a lot of confusion. So syntax, okay, now. So syntax will upload here. So create view, which view I'm creating force view, and I'm passing here view name as usual as, and now I'm passing select query. I'm passing here select query. So when I'm going to sending like this, guys, here, okay, this is my syntax of force view creation. Right. Let me see example on this. Observe carefully. So first of all, in my database tab list, how many tables we have here, you can see. So these are all our views. Okay, and this is also view, and remaining all are tables. So remaining all are tables. Okay, now in this list of tables, in this list of tables. Carefully observe, guys, here. Uh, is there any test table is there, guys, in my list? Test table. Test table is there in my list. Carefully check out. Yes or no? Test table is there or not there? Test. T-E-S-T. Test. Test one, test two different here. Test one, test two different. I'm asking test. The name of test table is there? No, not there, na? Yes, right. Now the table is not there. Now I'm creating a view. Create force view FE1. Suppose some name I was given as select the star from test. Okay, select the star from test. So now let me see, guys, here. Once I created this force view, what it was happening to me, let me say, here one giving warning. Warning is given, but warning what it was saying that view is created. Okay, fine, view is created, but having some compilation errors. Having some compilation error. View is created, but having some compilation error. Let me see view is created or not. Suppose you have a doubt, then you call tab. Now you can tell me, guys, here FV1. So view is created. Come on, guys. View is created. FV1. Yes, created. But what it was happening, observe. So view is created, okay. But I'm just calling that view. Select star from FV1. I'm calling what it was happening. You can see. So FV1 I'm calling, but it was showing some error. So why is that? Means now tell me now your view is working or not working? FV1 is created successfully, but it is working or not working? Yes, not working. Now I'm asking question to you. So why, sir, this FV1 is not working? Is there any reason behind this? Any guessing, guys, here? Why the view FV1 is not accessing now? What is the reason? Because there is a no base table. Very good. Good guessing, guys. Because there is a no base table. Here, without base table, I'm creating forcefully my view. So view is created, but having some compilation errors. So that's why view is created. But when you access that view, the view will not working. Then when it was working, when it was working means whenever user is created a base table on the name of tester, then it will be working. Okay, for example, now I'm creating create table test some serial number. Okay, now I'm creating table. After table is created, okay, let me call your view FE1. Tell me now FE1 is working now. Come on, guys. Now FE1 is working now. Yes, now it is working. Working, but what it was saying that no rows are there. Because yes, because my original table there is no rows. That's why no rows. But working na, but not showing error na. Yes or no? Now what I'm sending values. Okay, 11021. Serial number I inserted. Now when I call it here, my base table test. Okay, so working, and the view FE1 is also working. Now it was successfully working or not? Yes. So this is view. So that means in your interview level, somebody is asking, without base table, can I create a view or not? Okay, without base table, can we create a view or not? So then what do you want to say? Yes, possible. We can create a view, but with compilation errors. We can create a view, but that will be not activated, not working. That is just like a dummy view is created, but it is not working. So, but when the view is working, when that view is activated means when you create a base table, then only view is activated. Okay. So now your question is what the force view. So then why, sir, what is the use of this force view to creating means? Okay, the force view generally in real time, why the people are maybe created. So very rare cases created, but when they created, the reason is only for advanced purpose. That means the programmers or people, they created some views before the table they created. Okay, that means in advanced level they created views. Okay, then later they will create a table. So whenever that table is required, on the name of, on which name your view is created, your force view is created on the name of base tables they created. So whenever they created base tables, automatically your view is activated. Okay now, so force views, very rare cases we are using, and only the thing is what now, when the people was using means in advanced purpose is using. And one more thing here, it will be confirming what now, without base table view cannot be accessible. Okay now, without base table view cannot be accessible. So that in that point also we can identify here. So test table is not there, so your force view is not activated. When test table is created, then only activated. Okay, so in the future purpose, in the advanced purpose, the administrators are created some views and keeping in their database. So whenever they want to create a base tables, automatically these views are activated, and they immediately that views are sharing to people. So there are simply time saving purpose. Yes or no? After table creation, then view is created means little bit time taken process. So that's why the people, what they will do, first they're creating views. Some dummy views are created. So those dummy views are called as a force views, for example. So dummy views are created, and later whenever they create a table, then immediately the view is activated automatically. Again, I don't want to create a view. Yes or no? So that means my time is saved. So then that views are going to be sharing the or sharing to people. So this is the what advanced purpose and future purpose. But other than this, there is no other advantage here. There is other use here, nothing was. Okay, na? Right. So this is the force view is a one of the part of your simple view only. Okay, fine. So these are what now we call as the guys here views. Okay, and now later I will be showing here. Okay, so how these views can be seen, how we can see the structure. Okay, how we can go to drop, that we will see in tomorrow's session. And tomorrow we started one more topic in your SQL part. Okay now, right? And maximum this month ending, I will be maximum we are completed SQL language. And November 1st or November 1st week, I started a PLSQL language. Okay now, so maximum the mid of November. Okay, so 15 to 20 in between your course will be completed. Okay now, right? Yes, thank you so much.